Right, so we're here with a track guide with Mercedes driver from the F1 division, Velocity, and as we are watching him tackle the Bud International Circuit for round 16 of the F1 division championships at India. Going down to this difficult turn 1 in the race will be first gear. He will take second gear in qualifying, should hit the apex, and he does on exit. It's quite easy to run wide there. It's tempting as well, as you can minimise the distance to this hairpin tricky corner, blind apex, and it's all very, very important to make sure you get the perfect drive onto which is the longest straight and one of the longest in the F1 calendar. DRS is going to be a major influence on overtaking down to this long straight down to a downhill hairpin, which can be taken in second. It's a very, very wide entry, but narrows all of a sudden onto this shortish straight, going down to a double left-hander, and which starts sector 2. So sector 2 starts with this double left-hander, hits the apex on the first and on the second. You've got to keep going and keep it just ticking around that corner. It's very difficult. Right and then left of the chicane here, and then we've got a very, very difficult right-hander, 380 degree corner, and he has took that fine. More important to get a better exit again out of that corner, as we now go to the next chicane, and which starts the third sector, takes that very well, and going down to a downhill, easily could lock up the tyre here, but does well, keeps it in second gear, going to the final corner, which is a very, very late apex here, and he hits that perfectly, and that is a lap guide of the Bud International Circuit at India. Good evening everyone, and welcome to the T6 lobby, or not T6, sorry, F5000 lobby, live from the Bud International Circuit at India. In the box meet site is Jamie2503 as usual. Jamie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
Well, thanks for your short insight there. Right, well, we're almost finished this qualifying session, and Tucker has literally in the last few seconds gone ahead of Luke Dawson, who Luke Dawson has fought back again to take provisional pole with a 125.4. We can get out onto the track and view these last few laps, but I'm not sure how many people are actually setting laps, or how many people are actually on board with Crazy, because she looks to be possibly on lap. There's one there wide of that chicane there. Keeping going, looks a little bit scruffy and slow here. I don't know, it's just me, but it looks like it's keeping on going, and the time doesn't look too bad, so we'll keep on board with it, going down to the final corner. Reasonably easy corner to hit, quite an easy apex to hit, but Crazy Fish maybe hitting that a bit too hard. Going into the final corner, he improves to 25.9. The streamer, great. Anyway, good evening, Swish. Hopefully you're enjoying the F5. Actually watching on multi-Twitch, or what's going on with you. Nude Lord now, he's on P4 at the moment on the options in the Toro Rosso. He's done 26.3, running slightly wide of that chicane as well. It seems to be quite close to Crazy Fish. He might just be a little bit slower here as he goes through the final couple of corners. He has got a little bit of curves saved up as he goes around the final corner now. Again, not perfect traction out of the exit, and as a result only improves by half a tenth. and ACPX Beast does not qualify. So Luke Dawson is the only one out on track. He is not going to be improving his time, so we can take these times as what they are, and that is a rather quiet qualifying session in terms of the drivers that have actually done a lap. And it is Luke Dawson who comes out on top by just over a tenth of a second. It's Tucker in second. Tucker having a much improved performance today. With Crazy Fish third, just half a second down. Mood Lord fourth, 8/10 down. Jolly Pop in fifth, just ahead of the Boy 83k XRL Killers. And Jay Pierce qualifying very slowly, I think, just to get ahead of the likes of Gravedigger and Sigrid Ozone and ACPX Beast, who have not set a lap. So we will be getting out onto the track for the race in just a second, round 16 of the F5000 Championship, and it's Sigrid Ozone who's leading the championship at the moment. He hasn't qualified, he's on 180 points, 13 ahead of XRL Gravedigger, with Tucker, who's today's pole sitter, second place on the grid, sorry. He's third in the championship, 39 points off the lead, so a good result today could see him back in it. Fourth and fifth are on 132 and 122 respectively, and they are Crazy Fish and ACPX Beast. With Jay Pierce struggling of late, has now fallen out of the playoff positions with a poor few weeks. To put it into context, he in the last 5 races, he's only picked up 16 points, 24 points in the last 6, so he's averaging around 3-4 points a race, which for someone who's in the top 6 and was in the top 5, he is not doing too well at the moment. So he could do with a good result today, so hopefully he will. But we're going to get out there onto the track in just a moment. And Jamie, who's going to be the one for you that wins tonight? Luke Dawson? You like to go for the person who leads, or actually I should rather say you prefer to go for the person who's winning after about 25 laps.
No. You haven't looked them back the last 2 weeks, have you?
No, I haven't, but I'm
mate,
sticking.
I'm telling you, I've guessed right the last couple of races.
Yeah, okay.
It was a close battle for pole between Luke Dawson and Tucker.
Both on options.
So. This time I'm actually going to go for Crazy Fish.
Oh, interesting. Yes, I mean, do you see anyone like Gravedigger or Sigrid Ozone, who are the top 2 in the championship, fighting their way through the pack tonight?
Well, they were a bit silly not to set a time.
Yeah, I know his tyre wear's pretty bad around here, but that just seems a little bit silly.
Yeah, it just all depends on how quickly they can get through the traffic, but it certainly won't come easy if they get anywhere near the front.
You look at it, I think Killers, the Boy 83k, Jolly Pop were reasonably easy to pass. I think once you start reaching higher up, you never know, instants could happen, or Sigrid Ozone, ACPX Beast, Gravedigger and Ewan are all very equally matched, so they could get into their own individual battle, allowing the top guys to sort of run away. So yeah, anything can happen, and for the purpose of the championship, I'd like to see Tucker win, and Gravedigger and Ozone not finishing the points tonight would bring him 14 points away from the top, and would make it quite interesting with only 3 races to go. But my personal opinion is, who do I think is going to win? I don't know, it's a difficult one. It's really, I'm going to just say Tucker on both. My head and my heart are going to say Tucker tonight. Hopefully he performs and gets a good result, but I think we're good to go. They've had plenty of time to get their strategies down, and we're ready for round 16 of the XRL F5 Championship. Let's go out onto the track.
We'll be going to track shortly, be aware. All complete, we're ready.
So here we are live on the grid for round 16 of the F5000 Championship. 12 drivers take to the grid tonight, a couple of people away, but that should not mean that we should have a lull in the action. We will be doing corner
There
count
are a lot
checking
of cars on track today. We need to be careful on the first
6
corner.
to 27, so it might be a little bit quiet in the middle of the race, but it's lights out and away we go for the Indian Grand Prix. And it looks to me as if the Williams has got a perfect start and has been able to hold. The Red Bull's having to go from one side to the other. Oh, we've got McLaren.
Whoa.
McLaren's gone off. And we've got a little bit of lag going on as well. It looks, I swear, someone went off the track and someone went in the wall. But everyone's around the first few corners okay. It's a little bit lagging. And there's a Red Bull a bit further back that looked like he was lagging quite a bit there. But Tucker, he's all over the back. Luke Dawson now just goes out onto the inside. He's going to brake late. He is. Will he make the corner? He does. To his credit, he did make the corner, but that could cause him more harm than good, though, because the Red Bull is being attacked by the sister Toro Rosso of, I believe, that is Nude Lord, who's got ahead of Crazy Fish in his opening laps. Red Bull's closed in on that Williams. Tucker closing back on that Williams very quickly in the middle sector. He may be running a little bit more wing. Having said that, he has just dropped the 10th through a double right-hander. And he is now under pressure from the two behind. New Lord and Crazy Fish closing. Ever so quickly down. That Red Bull is down last. I think that is CUFC Ewan. Didn't really see what happened there. It looked like he had some crazy lag going on. But it may have been an incident that it was hard to say. Crazy Fish didn't make me move down the inside there. Can't make it. He's just lost a bit of ground. And Nude Lord now looking to make it 2 moves in a lap, just over a lap here on the sister Red Bull. And in fact, oh, that got awfully close. But he's going to have the inside for the hairpin going up the hill, blind apex. Ferrari goes in very, very quickly there and has to adjust. And now the Ferrari gets great traction out of the corner. Just can't get ahead and has to dive back into the slipstream. Bit of weaving there, but that's just about it. He's gone back to racing line. He can't move anymore. Nude Lord, will he make a move? Oh, Crazy Fish, what was he doing there? Thinking about a move on the inside as well, and just got caught out maybe. Nothing's been caused from it, so it's absolutely fine. And Luke Dawson's starting to get a little bit of a lead here. None of us mentioned him, and he was on pole, but he's just running out a couple of tenths or two, and he's now probably got about a second lead. As Nude Lord runs wide, Crazy Fish will close in now, going through the double right. King, we will get to that Swishbone a little bit later in the stream. Actually, I might as well say it now, seeing as I kind of mentioned it. Me and Swishbone, and I believe a couple of other guests, will be doing a voice commentary of the Belgian Grand Prix, qualifying and the race, Saturday and Sunday. It should be a really good thing. Just get the race and stick it on and just get our commentary over it. It'll be a good thing. It'll be interesting to see how it works. Interesting to see how many of you watch and how many of you enjoy. I know Swishbone's a great commentator. Put him by the real life F1 cars, it should be really, really good. So get involved in that over the weekend. There'll be more stuff coming out in the next couple of days on the forums, I suppose, and we'll get on to that. And if you can watch on Twitch, that'll be really, really good, as well as enjoying what should be a really, really good race at Spa. It's always such a good track to watch as Crazy Fish dives down the inside there, and a very, very good evasive action from that Toro Rosso. He has got the place back since, and Tucker's now got away from these two and starting to close in on that Williams again, so something to watch. Crazy Fish makes the move on Nude Lord. He makes it pretty easy, but Nude Lord's not going to give that up so easily. But I think it's pretty much done. He just could not get the drive or how a lot more traction that he needed. Don't know what I'm talking about tonight. Ooh, there's some lag on what's going on there as there looks to be an incident.
Oh.
That was ACPX Beast. And I'm not sure who else that was. And Killers.
I think it was Killers.
Toro Rosso now goes past of CUFC Ewan. Oh no, it's Johnny Pop, sorry. So it was a lap 3 in, so I didn't really see who that was. I just saw something was about to happen and couldn't get back on it. So we'll try and get back to that. But let's get a bit further up the field, and we've got Johnny Poppin P9. 8th is Ewan in the Mercedes, for some reason getting him confused in the Red Bull. CP2 Ozone's worked his way up into 7th, with Jay Pearson 6th. He hasn't really gone up anywhere. Gravedigger, he's worked his way up very, very well. He's somehow got ahead of Jay Pearce as well, which I didn't think would be an easy one to pass, but it has been. Runs a little bit wide, loses traction, but that's reasonably done. And he's now up into P5, or it stays in P5, but Nude Lord makes a really easy move on DRS there on Crazy Fish, and he retakes the position he lost at this point a lap ago to get back onto the podium. As Crazy Fish says, I'm going to dive down the inside. And you know what? As a good attempt, he has been doing a few diving moves in this race, and they have been working, but not quite again. Just the traction on the exit means that New Lord can take that place back, gets himself back into the podium. Can he really push, get the hammer down and try and close up to that Red Bull of Tucker 1 4 Harley, who, well, he'll be... Second place will help his championship cause. The fact that Gravedigger's in P5, it's only an 8-point swing. It needs to be more for him with only 4 races to go. He really needs to take about 10 12 points out of them per race. So he's got to do a little bit more, but who knows. Gravedigger in P5. Wonder what his teammate will do. Seeing that him and CP2 Ozone are battling for the championship, and Gravedigger is P2, and in fact the Ferrari pits very early, but these guys all on primes. Gravedigger, Jay Pearce, CP2 Ozone. Oh no, that's Crazy Fish. Sorry, it switched me onto the wrong person. Boy 83K is in the box. So our race leader is still Luke Dawson. He stays out. Tucker stays out as well. So Tucker hasn't gone for an undercut here and tried to get that pace back. He's stayed out, and they're slowly being reeled in by these prime runners of Gravedigger, Jay Pearce, CP2 Ozone, and CUFC Ewan, who's doing a good job as well. These 4 very, very closely matched. And then closing the gap, Smithy Lad has signed in. Good evening, Smithy. You might be doing a little bit on the Belgium commentary, I hope, or so the Swiss. So that'd be good to get you involved on it as well. CP2 Ozone is watching this battle between the Red Bull and the Ferrari of Gravedigger, and who is that? That's Jay Pearce, sorry. Jay Pearce sort of gave way quite easily there. And CP2 Ozone, there's a little bit of lag going on tonight with CP2 Ozone. Going to try and make a move down the inside on the double right, and you know what, makes it work. Very, very close, but getting some bad lag with CP2 Ozone at the moment. Kind of like Jeffy lag.
Is my lag that bad?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get that fixed.
But getting back to the race, and that's P1 and 2 in the box. Shame really, I thought Tucker might try and hit on the lap everyone else who's pitting and try and get a small undercut, but that hasn't worked out. He's pit on the same lap as Luke Dawson and isn't going to gain anything from it. That gap probably being about 2 or 3 seconds, but I'll tell you someone who is going to gain, that is the option runner race Picks Piece. I believe he hasn't pit at the moment, so that incident, or if he has, I'm not sure what the situation with him is. He had that incident early on, and Tucker is having a battle with Nude Lord, and this is for position. These two, Nude Lord getting the undercut, has really benefited. He's gone on to the primes at this point in the race though, instead of the options, which is what Tucker's gone on. And Tucker retains second place, or net second, but he's going to find it hard to keep that going down the long straight here, because DRS is on Nude Lord's advantage. He's got the inside as well to hopefully bring it home, but you know, well, that is good defensive driving. Just keeps it inside the track limits there from Tucker. And a decent position retains there. P7 now retained, and he's under pressure still though. These two going right at it with each other. 6 laps into this race. In fact, after this lap, I'm going to have to start doing my corner cutting checks, which is a little bit of a shame. And it's not going to be on someone who I don't think is battling at the moment on track. In fact, I'm going to go find him as Crazy Fish is right behind New Lord now. Boy 83K is followed by XRL Killers at the back. Why at the back? He's 11th and 12. Right, well, I'm getting on my corner cutting track extending tech checks. Jamie, I think we're just going to have to do like a commentary on what's happening out there, because there's a few battles going on. P1 and 2 look pretty close. Well, all the way down. It looks to be a battle for about maybe 4. There's a 5th place down. There's a few people there going down the straight now. There's those 3 pretty close. I think that's 6th, 7th and 8th. And you've got the top lot as well, who seem to be very, very close out on track as well. So you might have to give us a helping hand on that.
Oh. I've just started mine as well.
Who are you on board with at the moment?
Luke Dawson.
Luke Dawson. Well, he's sort of in a battle, so that's a good thing. So you can try and make notes and speak. But I'm on board with Killers. He's not done anything terribly bad this lap, but this is the section where you can get caught out. And Smithy commenting on the stream saying, these guys really driving very cleanly. Well, it has been kind of like that. You're right. They haven't done too much wrong. That I think shows you kind of maybe crazy this does as a division head. It works wonders with how well the division race and that's Killers is actually getting closed in at the moment by the car behind. We've got Merck there. Oh, there's that Ewan who's possibly made a stop. That's ACPX Beast who's made his stop. So he's having a bit of a shocker this week. And we're going to keep on board with Killers because of my corner cutting, but I might try and go back on board with ACPX Beast if he gets close enough, because then we can see if his track extended or not. But ACPX Beast may look down the inside here going into the hairpin. And he makes a pretty routine pass, and a lot easier than what I thought. I thought Boy 83K might offer a little bit more resistance, but not really too much there to talk about, really.
Good cars pull into the pitch. CUFCU and
That's good.
V2 ozone.
Because Ewan's the next person I've got to do my checks on, so at least he's on freshish time. 8 people watching the stream. Good evening to all of you who are watching the stream tonight. Sorry it's a little bit boring at the moment. We're just doing our corner cutting checks. It's just one of those tracks to India. But good evening to Sheer Luck, the Irish Blue Gunner, Smithy, Swishbone, and Geome 0408. Good evening to all of you, as well as a few other guests watching the stream. It's good to see a decent turnout for F5, especially as, well, we're watching the sort of boring part of this stream at the moment, doing the corner cut checks, but hopefully we'll get on board with someone who's in a battle in a minute, after just completing this lap with XRL Killers. Right, so let's get on board with someone else. And that is not ACPX Beast, who's now starting to make his way up and looks to try and attack on the other Lotus of Boy 83K there. And that seemed to be a little bit close. Clarb says, not racing a while, but I'm sure the grey bit is the track. Yeah, you're right there, Clarbs. Yeah, you still know where to drive, even though you've been around for a while. But yeah, you're right in terms of that. I know where you're going with it. CUSC Ewan, though, he's closing in on the McLaren in front of him, which is 6v2 Ozone, who this is important for the championship. So someone like Ewan who's coming in, who's on the case of the guys, it means people like that's one there. People like 6v2 Ozone could lose their championship because a new driver like this coming in. So they've got to make sure that their game is good. And that looks like a position made for Ewan, but not for much longer because of the lag. The 6v2 Ozone seems to have tonight has been not great at all. There's a big cluster of cars there. This could turn out into a 5-car scrap. We've got J. Pierce, Gravedigger and Crazy Fish there, just in front. And then you've got these two for 7th and 8th. So you've got 5th, 6th, 7th, no, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. All within about 3 seconds of each other now. So very, very close stuff at the moment. And the top 3 are just starting to pull away a little, but not too much. So it's a really close battle between quite a few drivers. So good on them. Good fair driving from all of the drivers tonight in terms of actual racecraft. It's been pretty good so far. So, and the battling seems close. But who are you on board with at the moment, Jamie?
6v2 Ozone has just tried to make a dive. Oh no.
Did he hit? I don't know if he hit or I don't know what happened there. Lag as usual. I don't know if that Toro Rosso or Red Bull went wide there or not. As he, I think.
Did he just out the Ferrari as well?
Yeah, and he slowed down for it as well. And I think he is going to let him by. But CUFC doesn't mind because that means he
this is carnage.
Yeah, that lag from 6v2 Ozone is making it really, really hard to see what he's actually doing. And lag is horrible. Swishbone completely agree with that. We're already a third into this race, or over a third into this race, and it's, well, I believe it's currently Luke Dawson now in front, but not by an awful lot. We will try and get up to that battle next. Well, not next, sorry, I've got one more person in, but I think we've got Tucker who's in P2. That gap is about 3-4 seconds at the moment. I think the league should do a lot more 50%ers. I don't know how you think about this, Jamie. I think the gaps between all the drivers is pretty close. Makes for some good racing, I think. Whereas the 100% obviously is more time for the gaps to spread. So what's your opinion on that?
Yeah. You do get much tighter and more exciting races in 50%. I certainly wouldn't see a problem with that. Maybe not for the kind of top 2 or just the F1 division or something like that. But certainly these lower divisions, I think they should just keep sticking to the 50% and maybe put GP3 in a lot more 50% as well.
Yeah, what's your opinion of GP2 on that then?
Well, India was certainly an exciting race. But I mean, I could say the same for Japan and Korea. They were really exciting as well when they were both 100.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm not too fussed about GP2.
Noodle is in very early in that Toro Rosso. Let's try and find our next driver, who is Jolly Pop, who's now about to complete lap 12. So we are bang on when it's been checked. Playing F1 Championship Edition, this game is so much fun to play. So what are you talking about? F1 Championship Edition is better?
Yeah, I think so.
Never played the game. That was good. Probably was, because whatever games Codemasters made it seem to get worse every year. So.
I just can't wait for F1 2014 to come out. I think it's going to be a great game.
Can't wait for me to get my Xbox One in about a month's time. I get FIFA and then Project Cars. Looking forward to
Possibly
it.
even the new Tiger Woods.
Wait, there's not one actually coming out yet. Why have you not come on Tiger Woods?
I can't seem to find it.
Oh, that's not good.
I've got PGA Tour 11 sitting in front of me, and I can't. Well, I've got the game cover for 13. I can't seem to find the disc though.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Right.
Have you done? How are your checks going?
Yeah, they're all right.
In terms of track extending, for me, from what I've seen, this division seems to be better than some out there this week again. So that's again more positive news for this division. One of the better divisions in the league for sure. I think F5 is very, very good. No disconnections yet. Ewan said he was going to struggle with this connection. He disconnected in qualifying. So far in the race, 14 laps in, nearly half race distance, he hasn't actually lost connection yet. So good on him. Early night for me tonight. I am shattered. I was going to say Johnny Fox doing well to keep it aligned round wide. Back, he's now in a battle, something I did not catch. But Jolly Pop is in, so yeah, that will catch him for his next lap. But he was in a battle with a Red Bull, so I don't know who exactly that was, but. Jolly Pop has come out in a dead last actually, but he has got significantly newer tyres than the Lotus in front. I think that's XRL Killers. So he should be able to make.
83.
Oh, it's the boy 83. He's got back a bit in this race. He was just ahead of Killers a little while ago. So the Lotuses have switched around, and Jolly Pop is closing in. He should be able to get himself off the foot of the placings with it in the next couple of laps, you would have thought. As Jolly Pop seems to keep it very, very tight in the lines, not pushing it too much. Doing a good job at the moment in this race. It's been one of the better ones for sure. As oh, he went one. It had to happen. So our current race leader is Sickly to Ozone. Didn't notice that one coming out from anywhere. He's right under pressure though from Jay Pearce. He can't quite make a move, but get off board from him. Luke Dawson's in P3. Tucker is in P4, but that gap has been steadily opening during this race, and that must be a good 5-6 seconds now. That gap between these two, who I think are next first and second, so the gap is opening up between these two, but Tucker will definitely take the result. Helps him out in the championship, confirms really his playoff ambitions this season.
actual action of the race. Well, not shortly, but 3 more people to check after this, and we will be able to get on and watch maybe the final 3 or 4 laps of the race, just so we know who is going to win this race. Jamie, you must be getting quite away from your checks now.
Yeah, only a couple more to go.
Right, so there's about 8 more laps until you claim that you've got the right prediction again. It's not crazy fishing. I remember this week. Tucker has disappointed me a little bit today in P3. I really thought he might be able to go on and push for the race win, but Luke Dawson's done very, very well to hold it on. And looks like the second reduction is what it's going to be at the moment. Oh, naughty crazy fish coming up. He's Gravedig's actually got in front of his teammate then. So CP to ozone. Where is Crazy Fish? He seems to have just gone backwards in this race. So is Ewan. So where is he? Where's our Crazy Fish gone? Am I going crazy? He's a P9. My God. He's just been going backwards in this race at the moment. Maybe he's on a different strategy, I don't know, but it just seems quite odd that he's as far back as he is. Get your comments.
Dawson and JPS are actually battling out for the lead here. Luke Dawson just undercut him after JPS passed him in the DRS zone. They're way ahead of, I believe that's about a pack of 5. Oh no, 3rd place is on its own and then there's a pack of 4 behind him. But Luke Dawson has now retained the lead and pulled out a gap. I believe he's on pressure tyres though. That might be the end of JPS.
Yeah, I think so. That's quite surprising to see JPS where he was. Possible as to what the situation is. Back we go and have a rundown, Jamie. I'll give an update so we can be on the left with someone. So we've got Luke Dawson in the lead. He is just overtaken Jay Pearce, whose tyres I think have gone off and he I'm sure that he'll be in the pits quite soon. Tackle 104 high, about 5-6 seconds back in P3, which should be net P2, I think. We've got XRL Gravedick, who's worked his way up the pack very, very well tonight. Noodlord, P5, P6, ACPXP, P7, CUFC Ewan, P8, 6 lead to Ozone. He's going to lose, as it stands, 8 points on that lead that he's got at 13. So that lead will only be 5 points for him tonight as it stands. Jolly Pop P9, Crazy Fish 10th, Killers 11th, and the Lotuses not having a good week again. That is the Boy 83K in 12th, but Craig should be out of his pit stop now, so we'll try and get the ball on him for his final couple of laps of checks, and then I've got 2 more, and then I'm done, and we can get back to the race.
ACPXB there, and Noodlord side by side into the pit lane there.
Who got out on top?
Last set of primes, it was ACPXB who got out on top there. Noodlord trying to make a move at the second last corner. They were side by side going into the last corner, and ACPXB stayed ahead.
Probably my driver of the day actually here. Gravedick, I think he's P6. Let's just avoid him for 3 more laps.
Laps of him, and then I'm Was it? Yeah, I'll PM it through the forum to you and Crazy Fish. That is me done. And now we're back on board with the leader, Luke Dawson, who's got about a 2 to 3 second lead over second place CUFCU, and he's made impressive progress in this race. 6v2 Ozone right behind him, he's got DRS activated, CUFCU, and goes defensive. 6v2 Ozone trying to go around the outside, doesn't quite work out. And fourth. That is Jay Pearson fourth. He looks to be losing a bit of time now to the two. Time here. Oh, I can't do this one. Pierce is now all over the back of 6v2.
Where is Noodlord in all this? He's running. Quite low down actually.
Comfortable second place, Gravedigger. Very impressive stuff there in third. About 10
yeah, he's really performed tonight. Someone like CP2 and possibly hasn't been able to perform to that level.
Tucker 104 Harley in fourth place, ACPX Beast. In close company in fifth. Closing in though. I believe Tucker is on the options and ACPX Beast is on the primes, so Tucker should be able to keep that fourth position, if not catch Gravedigger for third. That could help 6v2 Ozone ever so slightly. 2 or 3 points makes the difference. Next place.
You're right there.
Next place. Can he be able to close up? I believe he did a couple of laps ago.
2 more laps, these checks to get on for the final 3 laps of the race. And at the moment, ACPX Beast shouldn't be, should be on board with Noodlord. Every time I can get on board with him, sick.
Not really any battles on track going on at the moment.
No, they're all a little bit spread apart. Not massive gaps, but big enough to not to be any battles.
Oh. Here we go, we've got Jolly Pop and Crazy Fish here back in 9th and 10th. I believe one of them has just pulled out the pit lane. I think they have.
That must be
Jolly
crazy.
Pop now. Jolly Pop using all his cares here. And DRS. Will he be able to pass Crazy Fish? He pulls to the right hand side. Crazy Fish doesn't go to defend. And Jolly Pop just gets a move done into turn 4. Can he stay ahead here for turn 5? Will Crazy Fish do one of his famous late dives? It's side by side through turn 6 and 7, and Jolly Pop has just kept ahead. Good clean racing there from the two drivers. Crazy Fish will not give that up easily though. I think you did say it was Crazy Fish that came out of the pit.
That's finally got there. Sometimes it's actually pretty good. I've definitely seen myself a lot worse. He's got there.
Fish has been able to keep in close company here of Jolly Pop for the lap.
Lord's
Loses a
been
bit
going
of
backwards,
traction
he's
there.
just got to stay again. Now he's
Fish, DRS. Can he make the move? He's just able to get past him in the braking for turn 4. Good move, he hits the bollard on the inside, but that may give him a bit of poor traction. Jolly Pop is back of his car. Can he make the move into turn 5? No, Fish is able to keep ahead, and he should be able to pull away with fresh options. Second.
right.
More.
Well, we've done all the checks now. Let's get out onto the track, try and find out. We've got 3 laps for this race. Let's get on with some of the comments. Instead of these out 3 weeks from France, especially in time. Someone else needs to shine, but it's not going to be me. Sadly, I don't think either. It's going to be an interesting thing. How I get on for extra hours. He's going to be doing all the hard work and everything like that, and the streaming and everything. Luke Dawson, though, he's up in a clear lead now. Jay Pearce, the shock driver in P2, he's having a really good race. Tucker running for Harley to make it Red Bull 2-3. 2 Red Bulls for podium would be good, but AC picks the beast. Another real strong performance there. He's now closing that gap on that Red Bull. I don't know what's going to happen. These guys are really, really close. And let's not forget Gravedigger, who's only about a couple of seconds behind the podium here, and Ewan. Both of those, 5th and 6th, 7th and 6th into ozone. He is no more than 6 or 7 seconds on the podium, though obviously you'd think that's quite unlikely him getting that. 8th place is New Dawn. He's just been going backwards a little bit in this stint, possibly because he's on prime tyres. Gravedigger is under some pressure here. You can see UFC Ewan. Now that will be the penultimate lap of the race. Looks like Ewan might even fancy a move going into turn 1. You don't see many moves here, mainly because they want the DRS second straight. But you know what? He wants it, and he's gone, and he's actually built maybe 3 or 4 tenths already. Maybe Gravedigger's just struggling on his tyres a little bit here. Maybe extended him a bit too much. He's lost traction out of the exit of the hairpin as well. So even though he's going to get DRS, he's way too far to even bother about using it. And here is 6 to ozone. Now this is for the championship battle. Gravedigger, who is 13 points down, could gain a couple here, but he could also lose a couple in the space of a lap and a half, depending on what 6 to ozone can do. Can he get past that Ferrari, or will Gravedigger say, well, at least I took a couple of points out of you this week and just give myself a bit more of a chance? He runs wide. 6 to ozone, gaining in confidence every corner, takes a perfect chicane there. That gap no more than maybe 3/4 of a second now. But the dirty air will now take effect, especially in this middle sector. He is closing still though. No more than half a second that gap now. Gravedigger getting that chicane much better than 6 to ozone. Ozone will have DRS, which is something that Gravedigger will not have. And I don't think 6 to ozone will look to overtake in turn 1 like the previous guy did. This does ride on the championship though, so it's quite important to see whether 6 to ozone can extend his lead or whether he's going to lose a couple of points, because that would make it ever so close.
It's going to be a last lap overtake here with DRS.
Definitely, but
All these cars.
Whatever, sure.
Got 3-man battle up ahead as well. UFC Ewan, 4th place.
And that is 6 to ozone past the Ferrari. Oh dear, oh dear. Tucker 104. Harley's gone back. He's now only into P5.
And although he's ahead of the two drivers in the championship, he's only ahead by one position. He's now got to get past that Mercedes again. Was that CUFC Ewan who said it was? It was indeed.
Yep.
And he has played a big part in this race, and the fact that he's got ahead of that Red Bull now. And the Red Bull is struggling so bad that the people behind that Siegfried Toyota and Gravedigger may not give up on this place just yet. One more corner to go, surely will hold on. But any more laps, and that would have been slightly worrying as, well, we're watching, yeah, he's just got over the line by no more than half a second though. Siegfried Toyota in P6, decent position for him. 7 was Gravedigger. So, Siegfried Toyota now all of that has extended his championship lead to 15 points to Gravedigger. He's only 37 points ahead of Tucker, but that's still quite a sizable gap. Should be enough.
Crazy fish, you let me down.
Crazy Fish P9, that's where most of your positions usually finish, playing they would see, that's what's been happening. But oh, Johnny Pop's running very, very slowly now, and he's now one under pressure. And the Mercedes Lotus is going to have a dive down the inside, you know what? That's actually look at that, Johnny Pop is just struggling and loses out on the only point that he would have had to the 3K, who claims a point for Lotus. Lotus again having another pretty poor week. But ACPX Beast P3, Jay Pearce, another surprising one, that no one could compete against Luke Wilson tonight. Fantastic result for Luke, and he wins the Indy Grand Prix by just over 8 seconds. Jay Pearce, ACPX Beast, Ewan Tucker, who just went backwards in that race towards the end. But let's get the top 3 in, Jamie, get the top 3 in, and you can ask the questions tonight. I feel so kind. Have we got our top 3 in? Oh, here we go. Oh, Luke doesn't have a mic, I don't think, actually. Oh, Luke, get a mic, man. Right, well, unless Luke Dawson does have a mic, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't, Jamie, have we got the other 2 in yet?
Yep.
May as well start with those guys and we'll wrap up with them.
Right. But we'll start off with second place. Jay Pearce, a good result for you. Certainly a surprise in that race. And that was a really nice second place. You managed to hold on comfortably there.
Yeah, no, I felt the 2-stop was the only thing I could do to keep the pace when I, in qualifying, accidentally didn't put the second off and went straight down to the quick stop. So that was kind of damage limitation in second place. There weren't as many incidents, I don't think it was profitable, but hey, there was incidents happened, I took advantage of them. What else can you do in those situations? I did my race the way I did it. Others got a bit too close to each other. I found form that I haven't found since Germany.
Yeah, that's a good point. You've been really struggling of late. I mean, 24 points in the last 6 races, an average of 4 points a race. You're averaging 8th place. For someone who was in the playoffs and fighting for promotion, that's not great, but it's good to see you back in form. And yeah, a decent result tonight, so well done.
And Jay Pearce, Abu Dhabi next week. Do you think you'll be able to repeat a podium step again?
It's going to be difficult to say as I don't know the optimal pace in the division there, but I always look forward to that challenge. So I seem to normally do better there in Australia. It's all to play for, I don't know. Anyone can win it on the day, especially with afterwards penalties come in. you never know who could win. You know where you don't watch that. So anyone's race, I could win it, you could win it. Of course, there's so many evenly paced pieces here. It's kind of hard to predict who's going to win what. So it's going to be a nice open race, I think.
Yeah, it's certainly a close championship, and congratulations on your second place. Moving on to third place, ACPX Beast. Very well held third place for you, managing to get by your teammate and managing to keep him behind. Was that a good podium for you?
Yeah, but I think without main killers, I think an instance from a teammate probably 1-2, because we were just flying. I was just wishing hopefully that my car would just stay in one piece. And that,
For sure. I mean, I didn't catch all of that incident. I did see it in the corner of my eye, so I have to have a second look. But yeah, that incident obviously caused a lot for you, but you did really well to fight back and get third place. You and JP sort of surprised me tonight, because I was expecting to call Tucker, and maybe someone like Crazy Fish or Nude Lord or Gravedigger or someone like that in there with the top three as well. But you two have done very, very well tonight. You just overtook Tucker towards the end. Were you surprised that you were as close as you were to him?
well, I'm a person who likes braking late, and my teammate gets set up with the brakes that do not work for me. Every time I brake, they just don't brake or slow down at all, so I use my own brakes now. And I'm more of a feel for the brakes now, so I can like late brake it now more than I don't. So brake properly. I suppose I made a corner, but when I started turning in, my front left just died. No grip at all. So all I could do is just go wide, which basically I just got the place. I told my teammates just to like stay down there. He said, well, you have the constructors, so fine. You know, I'm just going for constructors championship points, but yeah, we'll go battle out there. Good race.
Yeah, well, certainly a good result for you. Abu Dhabi, is that a strong track for you? Can you see yourself getting on the podium again for 2 in a row?
Yeah, I was strong there last season. Out of fight for the race victory, but something's happened. But it's 100%, not many people like 100% races, so I see myself fighting up there again. But without my teammate, because he's on holiday, I think.
Yeah, well, good performance tonight, and we certainly hope to see you on the podium next week as well. It doesn't look like Luke Dawson has a mic, so back over to you, Dan.
Quiet.
I can't.
No, I can't.
Probably more in the advert.
I hope he is. He's still not streaming.
Video.
A bit unprofessional. Call it an end here, I don't know.
Thanks, Luke. on pure pace you had?
Not surprised that happened.
Should we go on with the stewards incident? I don't know. I don't know if it's still streaming or not. I've just sent Davey a message to see if he's still streaming or not. Said no, then I'll just get underway with the stewards.
Unreasonable.
I said I was so proud of me that I can't go and check it extended.
I was wondering how little I did.
The
What-
first
what
thing I'm
happened?
bad.
What happened between you and Taylor? Oh no. Davey said
Well-
yes. Oh no.
Alright. So, still watching? Hello. If you're wondering what Luke
Well-
Dawson sent me, he said congratulations on 2
I don't know how you managed to pull out a 2-stop.
stars. Well, I almost managed it last season. Got podium.
I did
Yeah.
a 4-stop in GP2.
Yeah, but I went back to my roots last season. Not many people know about my last beat does them. Basically, I was known for doing one less stop than everyone else last season. I was that kind of tyre conservation. Or as some people called me, an idiot. But, you can mix the two. You know, tyre conservational idiot. Then you've got normal stuff. Same with you, Luke. But I'm glad I had something race better than me. Especially what I heard from Crazy Fish. And,
let's just say, I wonder how my pentas are we getting.
oh yeah, no, Crazy Fish and Nude Lord.
They're
Crazy
eat.
Fish was constantly
He was a
moaning
bit,
about Nude Lord throughout the race, by the way. So I told him politely to mute his mic.
I don't know what it was from New Lord, but I'll take it cleanly.
Yeah, I mean, he pitted, so I didn't get to experience what Nude Lord was like, but kind of a weird one. Crazy Fish
Can
was
one of you
constantly
invite me
complaining.
back in here? Just after
Yeah.
I leave, because I'm going to go and ask Davey what's actually going on.
Alright, brilliant.
Let's see how I'm going to go on game
Now,
chat.
to send him the invite,
Let's check it.
hey, so it's just there. But, yeah. So, I was directly behind what happened to it, so I kind of got a bird's eye view of it. So much so that when both of you spun, your car, I ended up T-boning your car, luckily not losing my wing. But I wouldn't have had that race any other way, really, because my setup, it was, not as good as the one that I accidentally picked. Kind of a bit of a lucky mistake. I don't normally do those because they are never lucky for me. It seems like my luck's changed at a track which, when I last did this, I got punted off by riotous tax. But yeah, if it is still on, I am trying to entertain before you even ask. So just giving my inside story. The race was a bit quiet for me. A couple of laps of Luke Dawson, I had to close fighting, fair racing, eventually got past just for the DRS zone because I ran wide and had to give position, otherwise I was gaining an advantage for a track. So, apart from that, a little bit of B, a bit of Grave Digger in the first stint. Nothing really worth looking at. Clean air, lovely. When I did catch up to someone, they just go perfectly. I got DRS off them. Bit of a quiet one. But let's just say crazy fish whose laws weren't getting along. With new laws supposedly track extending according to what's happening. And Jamie, you're back.
David says that the stream is still on and it is set in the lobby. But it's actually watching the kind of game lobby just now and they can all still hear us.
Good, so they just heard my little monologue of what the race was like.
Woo!
So, there you go, Davey.
Oh, there we
That
go,
was what
finally.
the race was like.
There you go.
Dan,